Good evening. Our bulletin tonight is dominated by a fatal train crash near Bedford yesterday, which has killed one person and left 9 others in a critical condition. 2 East Midlands railway services were involved in the collision shortly after 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The driver of one of the trains has died and more than 80 people were treated in hospital. Matthew Hudson has more.
You can see behind me how the Luton Airport Express train, which began its journey in Corby, has ploughed into the back of the intercity service, which is believed to have been stationary at the time, killing the driver of the Corby train. Now, as you would expect, experts have been at the scene all day, beginning their investigation into exactly what happened here. And this afternoon, very senior representatives from 5 of the agencies involved in that spoke to the media to update the public about what exactly is known at this stage, and indeed about the injuries suffered by almost 100 people in this tragedy. In the cold light of day, the result of the impact is clear to see. The 2 trains seemingly conjoined. Perhaps the biggest questions at this stage are why the intercity service from Nottingham to St Pancras stopped just south of Bedford, and why the Airport Express driver was not aware of that. The investigation is being led by British Transport Police.
There will, of course, be a lot of questions as to what exactly happened last night. I would really like to reassure everyone that specialist investigators from British Transport Police are working with colleagues at the Rail Accident Investigation Branch to gather the facts and determine what has happened.
The death of the train driver was confirmed by the union ASLEF.
Our thoughts are with the friends and family of our member who tragically lost his life on the Corby service, and also with those injured and the other passengers on both services.
20 ambulances and 6 air ambulances attended the scene, dealing with dozens of injured. The exact numbers were revealed this afternoon.
11 people sustained very serious injuries and a further 32 serious injuries. A further 56 others also suffered minor injuries. In total, the East of England Ambulance Service and its partners transported 64 patients to hospital through this incident.
As well as physical injuries, many of those involved will have been left traumatised by the sudden impact involving 2 trains packed with people on a Friday afternoon.
It seems like a crash. We don't know what happened. We're at the last coach and we just had a big bang and people flying.
A lot of injured people in my carriage. Some staff, I think, right at the back. So I was in the back carriage. I think they were injured.
There was just like an impact as the other train hit us, but I don't know how fast the train was going, but they were coming from behind.
Today, Bedford Hospital, the Luton and Dunstable and Addenbrooke's in Cambridge are still urging people not to attend unless it is a genuine emergency. Dr. Peter Knapp was on board the Luton Airport Express and saw many of the injuries people suffered.
There were people on my lap, there's people in the aisle, people's faces all bloodied. Seeing that people's legs were broken, some elderly people were unresponsive. There were some people in that front carriage who may be in a very bad way.
Bodies and minds will need time to heal, and time will also be needed to thoroughly investigate a tragedy which seemingly came out of nowhere on a hot summer day. Clearly, the railway line has remained closed all day as the investigators get on with their work. A number of local roads and bridges have also been shut, and it's unclear exactly when they will reopen. The advice from the emergency services is to check online if you're travelling in this part of Bedfordshire.
And you can find more on that story on our website. That's itv.com/Anglia.